Yo. Okay, so here's the second link that kind of a go. Thank you for sharing all this stuff. Really, this is a lot of cool stuff. Um, double speak, um, which led me to Aesopian or Aesopian language, which is really what is going on in the church. Um, double speak, the meaning here is deliberately obscures, disguises, distorts, or reverses the meaning of words. Double speak may take the form of euphemisms, example, downsizing instead of layoffs, servicing the target for bombing. Um, I mean, sure, there's some double speak in the orgs and as a staff member, but what you have mostly is Aesopian language. So, Aesopian language is communications that convey an innocent meaning to outsiders, but hold a concealed meaning to informed members of a conspiracy or underground movement. That's really what kind of language is used in front of public and to each other. For instance, well, I'll give you the for instance here on Wikipedia, and then I'll give you some Scientology ones. Person X is known for exposing secrets in an organization. The organization leaders announced that any members who have dirty talking habits will be dealt with. To warn Person X, it refers to the ancient Greek fabulist Aesop. So it's Aesopian language, and um, an example that I could give is at a staff meeting, an executive from the public executive secretary to the organizational executive secretary to the Hubbard executive secretary. I mean, any of the executive secretaries could say, now look, staff, we need, and point to the board, these numbers, like you're in a condition of doubt, you're in a condition of danger, you're in a condition of affluence, you need to stay there. You're in a condition of treason because you haven't produced anything. So you better get your shit together and stop with the serve facts. Okay, there's a Scientology word for you. Service facsimile. I'll look it up for you. It's Aesopian more than it is doublespeak. There is doublespeak. I'll try to give an example, but I wanted to sort of get this straight first. Service facsimile. Yes, service facsimile. Scientology glossary of terms. Okay. Service facsimile. This is from whatiscientology.org. Service facsimile. A consideration that one must be consistently in a certain state of order to survive. This consideration will cause the individual to deliberately hold in re-stimulated, selected parts of his reactive mind to explain his failures in life. For example, a person may keep an old injury in re-stimulation so that his family has to look after him. So, that's a service facsimile. And so, if you were to say in front of a public person, or even a newer staff member, because this sort of gets them into the whole like, oh, there's something I don't know. Was there something I'm not familiar with? And then they could go clear the damn word and find out that and get more, in their head about everything. Service facsimile. That's the definition, but people, other staff members have accused of many other staff members of having service facsimiles, and that's why they don't get their production up. And that this last example, a person may keep an old injury in re-stimulation so that his family has to look after him. Well, in this case, your family is the cult members, and they're having to take care of you because you're not able to produce and rip people off for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and get paid $46.50 every 2 weeks if you're lucky, and scrub the floors with mineral oil. I know I bring the same shit up all the time. So yeah, and on the previous video I didn't really speak about self-determinism, which has to do with conformity, but the definition in the Scientology glossary is the condition of determining the actions of the self, the ability to direct oneself. See also determinism. Whatever. Self-determinism, when you are in a situation where you've allowed yourself to be, when you're giving it really, Milgram really nailed it on the head, but it was very unethical to do so. The authority experiment, it's the same concept. That's what happens when you get on staff, the blind obedience to authority. And the training routines that you do are designed to do exactly that, to instill a false trust. You do trust, you do believe, but it's not for the right reasons, and you know it deep down. But service facsimile is one of those excuses they give you as to why you're feeling that this is wrong. So stop with the service facsimiles and go out there and produce. I need 30 books sold by 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon, and it's Thursday at 7 a.m. 30 books in a couple hours, and that's a pretty lenient example. I've had as many as 120 books in a day. My target quota, whatever. So back to the double speak. I give an example of that. I guess the best part of the best example would be in the policy fair game, where Hubbard. Let me look up the fair game policy, because there's definitely some double speak in there. Let's see, Scientology. All right, fair game. Let me find. Okay, here we go. 1965, and they claim that they no longer use fair game. Okay, where is the actual? I want the source material. This is clip it snippets. Fair game. ACOPL 18 October. Okay, so let me look that up. ACOPL October 18, 1967. Here we go. Reference issue 4. Called the penalties for lower conditions. Okay. Here we go. Clambake. Clambake's got it. Practice of okay. Remimio. Penalties for lower conditions. Suspension of pay in a dirty gray rag on the left arm and day and night confinement to org premises. Liability. That's what that is. Treason. Suspension of pay and deprivation of all uniforms and insignia, a black mark on the left cheek, and confinement on org premises, or dismissal from post, or debarment from premises. Condition of doubt. Debarment from premises, not to be employed. Payment of fine amounting to any sum may have cost org. Not to be trained or processed. Not to be communicated or argued with. Enemy. SP order. Fair game. may be deprived of property or injured by any means by any Scientologist without any discipline of the Scientologist, may be tricked, sued, or lied to, or destroyed. Okay. ACOPL 21 October 1968. Cancellation of fair game. The practice of declaring people fair game will cease. Fair game will not appear on any ethics order. It causes bad public relations. No shit. The destroy someone by any means necessary. This policy letter does not cancel any policy on the treatment or handling of an SP. So anyone declared an enemy of an SP, anyone who is in the condition of enemy, that's a declaration. Fair game. Fair game. Anyways, so that's the double speak there. What they're saying doesn't necessarily say kill them. But there's some lectures where Hubbard talks about having killed people. Whether they're true or not, whatever. He was trying to sound like a cool adventure badass. But may be deprived of property or injured by any means. Injured by any means. By any Scientologist. Without any discipline of the Scientologist. May be tricked, sued, lied to, or destroyed. To me, that's double speak. It's saying, they're inferring that, well, depending on the course soup, depending on who word clears this shit for you, someone's always showing you a reference. Show me the reference. Only an ex-Scientologist would get that. Yeah, so if you had a gut feeling about how fucked up this order is, and you wouldn't actually have come across this from the time when I started, because there was another fair game policy that had been manipulated and turned into something else. But that part was still in there, but the conditions were not. And in fact, fair game has gotten worse, because now it's anyone who's considered an enemy of the Church of Scientology or speaks about Scientology in a negative way. So, double speak, Aesopian speech. Those were the things that I experienced, and those are the examples that I could think of. Thanks again, Kaiva Go. I'm sure I'll remember your name by the time I finish going through all these Wikipedia pages.